Andrew Jackson's dismantling of the Bank of the United States during his second term was representative of his desire to be a hero to poor Southerners. In turn, his actions proved to have a delayed opposite effect. The relocation of federal funds was the primary cause of a financial panic that left his key constituency in worse shape than before. The Second Bank of the United States was chartered for 20 years in 1816 during the era of good feelings, which was a time of heightened nationalism. The bank had largely been seen by Southerners as an oppressive outside force. Passed through a Northern and Western coalition in Congress, the bank at that time was headed by a rich Philadelphian, Nicholas Biddle, and many in the South felt it was catered to the wealthy. Jackson, given his poor frontier upbringing, felt that the bank was too powerful, too controlling, and targeted the common people. Imagine a large, monstrous dog terrorizing the people and stealing their money. "We can't go outside with that large bank terrorizing us." "Someone save us! The National Bank is taking all our money." "We need a hero!" Andrew Jackson wanted to be that hero. With the first term of his presidency nearing a close, he had already proven himself to be a strong leader. Moreover, Jackson wanted to be a hero to his people, the constituency of the poor, the farmer, the uneducated, the common man, of which he had risen from to the. In opposition to the Second Bank of the United States, Jackson sympathized with the Southern mindset. He, by his own admission, was generally fearful of banks. That mistrust would be brought to light as the election of 1832 drew nearer. Jackson's election opponent and longtime political rival, Henry Clay, sought to make the Bank of the United States a campaign issue. The originator of the American system, of which the bank had been part, Clay misjudged the American public's mindset. Thinking the people would agree with him on chartering a national bank, as they did 20 years prior, he urged Congress to pass a recharter bill to extend the bank, even though it was not set to expire for another 4 years. Jackson vetoed the recharter bill, saying, "It is regretted that the rich and powerful too often bend the axe of government to their selfish purposes." In performing this action, Jackson felt that he was defending the common man from oppression against the rich and powerful. But Jackson would not stop there. He saw his re-election victory in the election of 1832 as a mandate from the people supporting his side of the bank war. Now, Jackson was convinced he had not done enough to protect the people from the bank by vetoing its recharter. He needed to end the bank once and for all. Jackson removed the federal funds from the National Bank, stripping the bank of its largest investor. He reorganized the government's money into 23 different selected state banks. These selected banks became known as pet banks, as they were chosen for their president's loyalty to Jackson rather than for financial stability. In the eyes of the common folk, Jackson had saved everyone from the oppressive national bank. However, the division of federal funds into multiple pet banks ended up flooding the market with paper money, causing a rise in inflation. To combat this, Jackson passed the specie circular, requiring all purchases of land to be bought with gold and silver only. Rising inflation and the increasing scarcity of bullion culminated in the Panic of 1837. The financial crisis of the Panic of 1837 led to a 5-year depression that was one of the worst in early American history. Many banks failed, and industrial growth in the young nation stagnated. As banks failed, loans were recalled and invested capital disappeared, further damaging the situation. As such, the very people that mistrusted the National Bank, Jackson's common folk supporters, were most impacted by Jackson's subsequent handling of finances. His supposedly heroic actions had inadvertently caused him to become a villain to his own people after he had left office.